Hey Nick, it's Thursday, March 19th. Now I am packing to head back to Wisconsin from Michigan because classes were canceled and all that jazz, and I was told to move back. But I want to take this as a time to discuss one of the things you brought up. In particular, this idea of this contradiction happening in the current political environment. And without getting too far into that dumpster fire, I think I want to use the vehicle of the presidents that you brought up. Now, you mentioned Washington and FDR. Now, both did incredible things for the country in their own rights. Washington set up this restraint of power for the president because people were all ready to start calling him King George, but he modeled that the US president should be different from that. And then FDR made incredible strides in bringing the United States through the Great Depression, through World War II, and then setting up the economy that we now have. But they also did some patently bad things, like slavery and internment camps. Things that just kind of aren't chill, to say the least, to reduce it. But I want to bring in another president into this fold who I think is a good example of these contradictions and is also going to be a good segue into some later ideas, and that is my boy Teddy, the person who has gone the furthest down the masculine identity tech tree. He's probably best known for his quote, "Speak softly and carry a big stick," which roughly translates to be well read, debate, try to talk things out. But if you can't, and all the cards are on the table and crap hits the fan, be massively decisive. Though I don't necessarily want to focus on that contradiction, I want to focus on another one of his quotes, the man in the arena speech. And I don't have much time to give that one, but the gist is that everyone is in this metaphorical arena and things get thrown at them and they might either succeed in handling them or lose in handling them. But that's better than not handling them at all. And this is a pseudo-stoic philosophy. I don't mean stoic in the modern sense. I mean stoic in the Marcus Aurelius sense. Now, Stoicism, boiled down immensely, can be simplified to the idea that things don't happen to you. Things happen, and you respond to them. And at first this may seem a little weird, like I just said the same thing, but I want to go in and talk about the fact that, in one sense, the former, you give up your control or you give up some semblance of control in how you deal with those things. And the second that things happen, then you're completely in control of your reaction to them. And that's one of the basics of Stoic philosophy, is that it teaches you how to react, or the method in which to control your reactions to things. Stoicism does two cool things. The first being that it removes emotion, or the feelings, from information. And this is good because it can remove a lot of these contradictions you might be feeling. Like, your emotions may lead you to think one thing, but if that's contradictory to the way things actually are, that's where this friction between belief and reality happens. And that can be dangerous because that can lead to delusion. But also, it's great at relieving anxiety, or at least transforming anxiety into action. Because if you grow to accept the idea that the only thing you can control is your reaction and your actions to something, then anxiety you might get over a topic can melt away or be transformed into beneficial action to solve your problem. Now, I'm running up against my time, so I'm probably going to stop it here. But let me know what you think and maybe what some of your personal philosophies are, because I consider myself a Stoic. Physics kind of does it to you. But I'd be glad to hear your thoughts on that. I'll talk to you tomorrow.